Welcome to Based on a Book's bonus episode. If you caught the end of our hating game episode, we were challenging ourselves by giving romance book or movie recs by only describing it by tropes. For example, if I were to recommend the hating game, I would try to convince other people to read it by saying it has hate to love, secret pining, forced proximity, workplace romance, caretaking, and one bed trope. Genres tend to be described in tropes by, I see it in a lot of the romance genre, whether it's categorizing the subgenres or even spice levels or types of spice in a romance book if you go in that direction. So, as someone who never reads a synopsis and could read a book based on only the tropes, someone tells me I love these types of challenges.
Mm-hmm.
So I want each of us to kind of go through and kind of say the rest of our recs because it was really hard to just pick one for our hating game episode because we had a ton of them. And that episode was super long. Apparently as long as the entire hating game movie.
We tend to have a lot to say.
Yeah, we had a lot to say in that one. So we kind of just wanted to continue our recommendations because we had so much more and just recommend them based on the tropes. So, Crystal, you want to start us off?
Okay, I'm going to do the one that the three of us read together as a buddy read long before the podcast.
Mm-hmm. Never forget.
And it was one of our I think it was our first ever buddy read, wasn't it? I think it might have been.
I think so.
Or at least really close to one of our first.
Yeah.
Like official the first or second. Yeah.
Yeah, like officially on Storygraph buddy read.
Yeah.
Because that's a really awesome feature that the Storygraph has. It's called Viciously Yours by Jamie Applegate Hunter, who is all over social media and she's hilarious. So you should follow her on Blue Sky, TikTok, Insta, all those. But the tropes for Viciously Yours are fated mates, touch her and die, pen pals, orphan, inexperienced female main character, morally black, teach me, and other woman, other man. There's definitely a lot more, but these are like the main ones. And it's definitely spicy. Definitely spicy.
Oh yeah. Off the mark spicy. I mean, if we went in the direction of like, because there's saying the tropes of like a romance book, like the subgenres, and then you could go in the direction of doing like the spicy tropes, like quote spicy tropes.
Yeah.
The different spice things going on in there. I mean, if you went in that direction, we could be here for days.
Like, there's not much of a plot to that book, and the author will admit it fully.
Yeah,
I was not trying.
Says it.
Yeah, she's like, I was not trying to write like some sort of crazy literary masterpiece here. I was writing a spicy book, and it's short, it's bingeable, it's easy, it's a one-off. There, it is technically a series, but each one is standalone, and it's really freaking good.
And she summarizes instead of building the world in the book, she gives you a summary of how the world works in the beginning, and it's pretty great and really fun. So I like that one. Lindsay, you want to go next?
All right. Everybody's going to come for me. I already know.
Oh, no.
But I chose another webtoon comic. This one is called True Beauty.
Yep.
It was actually turned into a TV show in Korea, I think. I've never seen it, but I enjoyed the comic. Its tropes are friends to lovers, love triangle, second chance, and Grump and Sunshine.
I love me some Grump and Sunshine.
I was gonna say, Lindsay, your last two ones were like Grump and Sunshine. You like that one?
I do. I love me some enemies to lovers. And I love me some Grump and Sunshine.
Do you guys like friends to lovers or enemies to lovers? Like if you had to pick,
enemies to lovers every freaking time.
Totally, yeah, I totally agree. I feel that about Insta Love. Like I'm not a big Insta Love fan whatsoever, and like I'd give me like a good like angsty romance all day long over like some Insta Love stuff, And I'm always wanting like a friends to lover or enemies to lovers over a friends to lovers.
Absolutely.
Unless, we could shake it up a little bit. We could do friends to enemies to lovers, like a childhood
Yes.
friends. Then we went
Yes.
to enemies to lovers.
Mm-hmm.
I like that dynamic as well. So mine, I'm back with the spicy romance. All mine are spicy romances, like, let's be honest. Okay. So this is Unbreak My Heart by Nicole Jacquelyn, I think her last name is. This one's a little controversial to some. This is love after loss, unrequited love, dislike to love, groveling hero, and best friend's husband.
Oh, okay.
And I won't say just trust me. Don't come for me, but trust me. And that's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
Have I steered you wrong? Have I steered you wrong? Probably.
I
But
was
just
gonna
trust
say,
me. I think back to Uglies.
right? Okay, so my next one is actually one of my all-time favorite movies as well as books, but I like the movie better. It's Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen. The tropes are friends to lovers, love at first sight, age gap romance, second chance love, broken engagement, clingy, jealous girlfriend, secret engagement, damsel in distress, gold digger, forced proximity, and grump and sunshine.
That's a good one.
It is a good one. The screenplay was written by Emma Thompson, who's like probably my all-time favorite human being in the whole entire wide world ever. And
besides Mandy Patinkin.
yeah, okay, that's fair. But it's definitely a great read and a great watch. No spice, zero spice.
Yeah. Just longing looks and maybe some hand touching.
I think at one point you see an ankle. Like,
yeah.
Ooh. It is
Yeah.
Jane Austen, folks. It's Jane
Yeah.
Austen.
I mean, when I see like the Pride and Prejudice, like, the hand touch for like a second when he helps her into the carriage, you're just like, oh my God.
Mm-hmm. It's zero spice, but it's hot.
Yeah, like that's what I'm talking about. Like
the tension.
There was like a point where like we all like really loved like the spicy romance books, like when it was like first coming out. But now it's like all about the tension. Like the tension is everything.
Mm-hmm.
The tension, the angst, like. And when you write the tension and like these like longing looks, like these moments, like going back to the hating game, and just like they're not even kissing, they're just like having this like proximity towards each other. It's like
Mm-hmm.
that feels spicier than
Yep.
them actually having sex.
Yep.
And it's just so good. It's so good. I love it.
Lindsay,
All right,
you're up.
You go.
So my next one is another webtoon. Again, don't come for me. Lore Olympus.
Love that one.
By Rachel Smythe. I think it's Smythe.
Mm-hmm.
It is opposites attract, age gap, bad boy, forbidden love, who hurt you. I think I haven't finished it. I'm sorry. I think there's another woman involved in there too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
it's good.
Yeah,
good.
It's
a modern retelling of the taking of Persephone. If that.
Oh, I need to read that one.
Yeah,
I'll check it out.
It's good.
It's also like published too. So
yes. It's finished. She completed it last year, and she had it like published, and it's not just on the webtoon comic. You can actually go buy it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that one. That one's really good. Okay, so I have Rabid by Ivy Asher and Raven Kennedy. So this is a paranormal romance, specifically wolf shifters, enemies to lovers,
I love me a shifter romance. Sorry.
rejected mates. Oh, I love
Oh.
rejected mates so much. Rejected mates is my jam. Like, if anyone that has rejected mates recommendations out there, please send them to me. I'm begging you. I love rejected mates romance books. It has groveling. We love a grovel, and
Sure
an
do.
excellent grovel. A really, really good grovel. Other woman drama, and a scarred female main character.
Mm.
There's also a spicy trope that I was going to say, but I might keep it to myself.
You have to say it.
There's also, this is a paranormal wolf shifter. There's also nodding.
I mean, it's a wolf shifter, so okay. 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 Moving on. Oh, Lord. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm good. I'm good. Well,
Crystal's face was shook. The silence. The silence.
I mean, this goes
afterwards.
back into like the like
The Bigfoot
the
conversation.
Bigfoot conversation. That's exactly what I was thinking. Like, you know, we got to know, like, I'm just going to say it, is Bigfoot dick like the same as like gorilla dick or like man dick? Like, I like inquiring minds. So if there's somebody out there writing the Bigfoot romance, I like
Somebody has to be. We need the monster romance authors to come forward.
please, if you know, inquiring minds. So my next rec is, you guys are gonna actually laugh at this one.
I'm just still thinking, like, nodding. That's like my
Not
last trope.
like, okay. Yeah, there you go.
Like, Keri, wrap it up.
And moving on. Lord. Okay. So my last one that I have written down is Stroke the Flame. It's volume 1 in her Elemental Dragons series by Elizabeth Briggs. It's a dragon shifter romance with reverse harem, fated mates, fighting fate, forced proximity, chosen one / prophecy, and a strong female heroine. It was really good. I like sped through those.
I remember that. I remember whenever you were
because I was like,
those.
you guys, I am knee deep in dragon dick. What's going on here? Like,
was that the one that you got? I think you got that for Stuff Your Kindle Day or something.
yeah,
That first one.
Yeah, I got the first one for one of the Stuff Your Kindle days, and I was like, I'll read the first one, it'll be fine. And then like purchase. Like,
Yeah,
just blew through them all in like a week and a half. It just kind of kept my brain going. It was hilarious in moments and just super spicy. Like, it's a 5 on the spice. 5 alarm chili spice.
5 on the chilies.
It was spicy. But it
5
honestly,
on the chilies.
it was probably like the first super spicy book I'd read in a long time, because I just really hadn't, like, this was before we even started doing buddy reads is when I read this one.
Yeah.
We were actually going to read it together.
We
and
were going to read it together, and
Keri
Keri
read like the first page
failed.
and was like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah. I remember reading, I think I read like the first, I want to say like 10% in. And I was like, ugh, I've been here before. I've done this
No,
before.
it's super
I can't
trope.
be here.
Yeah. It's super trope heavy. It is very predictable through the whole thing. But it had been so long since I had really read,
Yeah.
like binged read a book. And it
Totally.
was super bingeable. It was super easy. There was nothing about it that was like super, like, high literature, but it was also just really enjoyable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sometimes when I take like a long break from like the super spicy reads and I come back to them, I love them so much more.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
I was like, oh, I miss like reading these. And then I'll read another one and I'm like, no.
Yep. Yep. Sometimes
I
it's
don't need
just too
this.
much, but sometimes it's like that's all I want is
Yeah.
a super spicy book.
Yeah.
So
I use them as like quote palette cleansers.
we have that
Between
another. What did we read it as a group? The like,
Wolf
shoot,
King.
what was it? Yeah, Wolf King, and the second one
Mhm.
is about to come out.
Yeah,
Um, and that one I'm really excited for.
that has like a love triangle trope
Yep,
in
Mhm.
it.
Mhm.
a love
So yeah.
triangle trope. Kind of like I wouldn't say fated mates, but like mated for life kind of situation
Yeah,
going
there's like
on, and
there's definitely like some sort of mate situation happening there.
Mhm.
I don't know. We don't know exactly what's going on
wolf
yet.
shifters.
Yeah.
But like there's some sort of prophecy, there's magic, there's
Yeah.
different
Chosen
kingdoms.
one
So
type
yeah,
thing.
it's
Yeah.
so I'm excited to see how that second one when that comes out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Lindsay, did
Definitely.
you have
March.
another rec that before I continue to walk all over this podcast?
My last one's really short. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's called Ghost Wife. It's another webtoon. And it is protective hero, paranormal, ghosts and demons and creepy crawly things, and it's really good. And it's
Mm.
short. It's a lot shorter than like True Beauty and Lore Olympus.
Mhm.
Much shorter, fewer episodes.
Yeah. Interesting. I have another one, but it's actually a 2.5 book series, I would say. It's 2 books and like a prequel
Mhm.
novella. It's called The Grip series by Kennedy Ryan. So first book is Flow, or first like prequel is Flow. The first book in the series technically is Grip, and the second book is Still. So this is best friend's sister,
Oh.
mutual pining. So it's like an epic love story, like one couple series over the all books. Second chance romance, jealousy, forced proximity, also like kind of workplace where it's like rapper manager, X drama,
Mm.
and swoon worthy hero.
Mm.
It's one of my favorite series. And swoon worthy hero is an understatement. Like one of the most swoon worthy heroes I've ever read. Like the man writes poetry.
Oh, good poetry.
The most amazing words ever.
Okay. Okay.
Just saying.
I feel like
Yeah.
we all three of us apparently really love forced proximity, or it's just basically in everything.
Yeah, I kind of feel like it's
It's in everything.
basically in everything. Like if you could kind of like bring that into every book, kind of. Like
I'm
if
not mad about it.
no, I'm not mad at I mean, how else are we gonna force these two people to be together and around each
Right.
other?
Love each other, damn it. Now
Yeah.
kiss. Like,
And you
Now
also
kiss.
you also see it often with enemies to lovers.
yeah.
Yep.
So
Mhm. Yeah. Like how else are we gonna argue
right.
and like hate each other
We need this
and
Mhm.
fight.
then fall in love?
Mhm.
Pretty much.
Exactly. Like that's why like I'm someone like do you guys like a miscommunication trope or like a misunderstanding?
It depends.
Misunderstanding, I'll take. Miscommunication because you just failed at communicating? No.
Yeah.
That's just
Yeah.
too juvenile for me.
Yeah, definitely. I like go back and forth on it. It's like or like when people really hate like a third act conflict, it's like I get why people don't like a third act conflict, but it's like also I'm here to like for the drama. Like I'm not here to like just like have a great time the whole time. Like then I would be bored, you
That's
know?
fair. That's fair.
Like I want drama. Like,
I
if
I
there's
guess I
no
want to be a little surprised by it. Like any third act breakups, I
Yeah.
need there to be a little bit of a twist on it.
Yeah.
Like if it's just like we got in a fight and we broke up, okay, well, saw that coming. But if
Yeah.
it's like grandma showed up and pulled the inheritance unless we break up and now we've got to figure out how we're gonna work, whatever. Like
Not grandma.
I don't know. Like
Grandma, you traitor.
the evil matriarch. Actually, I think that actually did happen in the Thornbirds. Yeah, that did happen in the Thornbirds.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I always, like, go back and forth with, like, miscommunication trope or, like, misunderstanding because it's like, I want the drama, though, like, the drama is what entertains me.
Absolutely.
Honestly, I'm the type of person, which is probably, like, controversial, like, a lot of people don't like this, but I'm the person that, like, wants there to be things that frustrate me in this romance book
Mm,
and, like, conflict and back and forth and stuff because I think that brings, like, passion in the romance book, and that
yeah.
brings passion, me as a reader, into this relationship as well, and
It helps you get invested.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
I get invested when I'm angry sometimes.
Same.
That's just what happens.
I feel that deeply.
Yeah. So that's it for our recommendations. So thank you everyone for joining us. I hope we added something to your never-ending TBRs or maybe convinced you to pick up something that you usually wouldn't gravitate towards.
Mhm.
So all the links to the podcast platforms will be available in the descriptions. Also, all the links to our recommendations that we just said will also be available in the descriptions. Um, don't forget to check us out on Blue Sky, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. We love having conversations with everyone on social media and leave us some romance recommendations if
Mhm.
you have them. Also, don't forget to check out our link in the description for adaptation submissions. We look through them and add them to our spreadsheet for the podcast. Who knows, you might see us covering them in future episodes. So thanks for listening, and we will catch you in the next chapter of Based on a Book.
Bye.
Bye.